Oh, it's all go, is it?
Press. Oh, Nelly. It's a big one. I want to put the tree in the middle of the window.
Okay. In the middle of the window or windows?
Windows.
Right, okay.
That's good, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good, isn't it?
Yeah?
Yeah, it's really good.
This is a mural I created for the Ashfield Play Forum in Sutton and Ashfield. They wanted something that felt like community, had a storybook feel, and really represented what they do at the Ashfield Play Forum. Here, they run sessions, support families, and have a scrap store full of materials and toys, so it needed to feel playful, creative, and welcoming to the community. I started by creating the design on my iPad using Procreate, and once I was happy with that, and the Ashfield Play Forum was happy with that, I went in and used my VR to project the sketch onto the wall so I could map everything out accurately and at scale as well. After that, we masked off the wall and the windows with tape to keep everything clean. Day one was really about blocking colour, so me and Tilda started blocking in the background colours. I went for the soft blue for the sky and the green for the grass just to give it that calm storybook base. From there, I began building up the tree, starting with leaves using different shades of green and circular shapes. This was just the base layer, so I'd come back later with more detail and more colours to fill it out really. Next, I moved on to the tree trunk using different browns to give it depth. Added in swirls and lines that created that stylized storybook texture. At this point, it was about me constantly moving around the wall, working on different sections, washing brushes, mixing colours, and just building everything up gradually. I was mixing a brown and then realised I could use that brown somewhere else, so I would go over to that part of the wall and use the brown. I might have used an orange for the fox and then realised one of the rolls of paper had to be orange, so I was constantly back and forth. The same when I started adding smaller elements like the owl. I moved back to the tree and then onto the sign in the little door because that was just a lighter version of the brown. So it was a lot of jumping around between areas to keep everything balanced as it developed. I also went back in with a roller to smooth out parts of the sky, added in a little bit more blue, just higher up to the top to keep it looking clean. On day 3 I had a ladder, so that means I could finally get up to the top and mask off a row on the top just to keep it clean, and then I rolled right up to the top using the roller. And I think it made a big difference to the overall finish. It kind of showed the scale of the wall. You could see how far the blue went up and gave it that sort of nice square canvas. Then I moved on to the characters like the fox, the owl, along with the toys and all the extra details. This is where I really brought in the pops of primary colour. So the Ashfield Play Forum logo is red, blue, yellow and green. So I really thought primary colours and green was a big thing about this mural. It should be a big thing. So all the toys are primary colours and green. The rolls of paper are all primary colours and green. There is also orange and pink in there because I did one or two too many rolls. But I really think it ties everything together and keeps it playful. We've also got orange foxes, a squirrel with a little bit of orangey red in there. I added in more layers to the leaves to build up depth and texture by just using lots of different tones and colours of green and just a big brush and splattering it and just really pushing it onto the wall to make it feel more full and more alive. After that, it was about refining, adding highlights, cleaning edges and making sure everything felt balanced across the whole wall. I thought that I might outline it in black like I usually do on the windows, but after doing the eyes, the black really stood out against the soft storybook illustration sort of colour scheme. So I went with just using the darker colours of the object just to outline. So on the hedgehog, for example, I used a darker brown, and on the fox I used a dark orange to outline. And just rough outlining as well, not full block lines. Then I finally painted the Play Forum logo to finish it off, so you can see here I'm tracing it with the VR and then using the blue, red, yellow and green to really add that in. And it's the exact logo as well. I really tried hard to make sure that that was sort of the closest I could get. This one was all about creating something warm, creative and welcoming for the community, a space that feels playful but still has that strong visual identity. I'm really happy with how it turned out, and I think the Ashfield Play Forum are really happy with how it's turned out. So if you can give this video a like and comment any advice or your favourite bit of the mural. This is my first mural, especially at this size. I kind of took things that I knew from window painting and a small mural I've done before and sort of applied it to the wall. But anything you think about the mural, please leave a comment below.